long summer is finally over, and we're about to start the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bama.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Working well. Behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. They'll try to get it through the air. Got him in the open. Lots of running room. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it.
Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. And
the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go right back to the run. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quickly to the tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you call it. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Strickland. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Williamson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the back. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the 1st drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Quick strike complete. And it's a touchdown.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first.
Try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 4 over South Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And now this offense will take the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
A strike downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, they're after him. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Tyson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Tyson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Pressure coming. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now the lead is down to 11.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 1st down and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their... They want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williamson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
He's up to 51 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Lean for the wire, touchdown.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be changing the route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quickly complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quick release by the QB. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast.
He's got it at the 20. It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Around the end, it's Strickland. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Power ahead. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the two-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Finds the tight end. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. 2nd down coming up. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. After the filthy move, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And if I'm a QB, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He wants to change this route. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. That is no good. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, the ground game. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Williamson. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we...
There he goes. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. corners are walked up tight. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field.
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They'll run the toss. Got a little space. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. Nope.
Wide open space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Tyson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now he's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Rushes on him. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll operate out of split backs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Defense in press coverage. Wide open downfield. And he's got a touchdown.
Salt in.
There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable. Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. the Aztecs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Fresno State's offense will take the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Pulls and fires complete. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Aztecs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great team.
Turning on the Jets. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Quarterback making adjustments. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Aztecs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They punted away on 4th down. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Punt is on its way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking for a crease. It's Sutton. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll run play action. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive quarterback.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. The give to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's 4. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got the quick pass. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Takes the handoff. It's Sutton. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got... to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
My My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone read. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down on the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Hand off from the shotgun. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And here comes the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Aztecs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Offense changing the play. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Fresno State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out. It's Hankins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, scores.
There he goes! He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Well, jet sweep pass. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This will likely be the last play of the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a huge play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Going to the run to start this second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Sutton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. And the Aztecs in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Grabs it up the 25-inch stride. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Fires to the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Aztecs are facing third and inches. Quick throw to the right. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, going up top. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. It's on target and complete. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Picked off, what a play to set him up. How about that, making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. From the 22 on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Sutton. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. guys. After the field goal, now they have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Texas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Fresno State will have to punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen come on to punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Snagged in the middle. It's 4. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you just try to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing. And again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the first down.
They want that clock to run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
All out of space. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Aztecs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. The run from the shotgun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Aztecs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. This one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw earlier in the year.